Last Friday on this program, we reported on the opening day of a two-day economic summit staged by the Pima County Interfaith Council to outline that group's Family Development Fund, which would provide scholarships or loans to help poor working families into better jobs. But some rural service providers boycotted the economic summit, saying they're already doing what the PCIC wants to do. Joining us on Arizona Illustrated is John Arnold. Dr. Arnold is the founder and CEO of Project PEP, a job training program. And Billie Donohue is with us, the president of the Arizona Rural Human Services Network, an umbrella organization for 32 local social service agencies. Thank you both for being with us.
Thank you for having us.
Ms. Donohue, why did your organization tell the members, or why did you draft a resolution to say forget about attending the PCIC meeting?
The prime reason is because several of our members have had interfacing with PCIC and were not happy at the time, plus the duplication of services. We are already providing human services, community services to the needy people in our areas. So this would be a duplication of services. Also for the fact that with their Family Development Fund program, it is to train people to have jobs. The problem I have with that is, where are the jobs going to come from? And I know they want to work in a corporate structure to start jobs. However, if they're looking at providing jobs for people at $8 to $12 an hour, does that mean they're going to take jobs away from the people that are already working?
Mr. Arnold, what problem do you have with the Family Development Fund?
Well, I was looking at some of the economies of scale. We're talking about maybe $10,500 per client, a 5-year commitment, placing these people on the job. Now, $10 million represents more money than Pima County has funded all their outside agencies through the discretionary fund for that entire decade. So $10 million at the time when welfare reform looms upon us and the disastrous effects. Already SSI people are being cut off. We're having tremendous amounts of people beginning to show up on the doors of the established and experienced social service delivery system. So to divert any funds from the private sector, which would affect United Way, or from the county programs, would only weaken the existing services and to be the detriment to the poor.
We're going to take a look at a clip from the report we ran on Friday night, then I'd like to get your reaction to it. So we're going to roll that right now. The economic plan proposed by the Pima County Interfaith Council would have organizations kick in up to $10 million to provide education, job training assistance, child care, and program administration. In turn, participants will make a 5-year commitment with payback in cash and/or community service.
We're working on the iron rule, is that you never do for others what they can do for themselves. And this program really works at empowering, we're talking to 500 participants that would be part of this, quote, GI Bill. And it's not a handout. They would have to come up with ways in which they could give back to their communities. Some of them may even have to repay a loan.
Ms. Donohue, what's wrong with something like a GI Bill?
Nothing. It was a great thing in its time. It would be excellent now. I suggested over 2 years ago to the County Board of Supervisors to start a local WPA system, which worked very well. It put people to work. It let you help your families, but you worked for it. We all need to work. Any taxpayer resents freeloading.
Isn't there a way, Dr. Arnold, that this Family Development Fund could work with what is already in place here in the community?
Well, the point that you've made, it's already in place, so why would we want to create another layer of bureaucracy? I think what PCIC, they want to set up a 25-man board of directors and funnel all these dollars through. According to the Star article, this is the way they would circumvent this, the church-state issue, which I think we have a real problem with. It's a constitutional violation to have churches involved, especially ones that do not have any track record, as PCIC does, in operating the program. So why are we going to give a $10 million blank check to an organization with no track record? And I think that's a very big concern to us. At the time, when welfare reform is going on. The key is if the churches want the family development plan, then they should pay for it, not the taxpayer. And I might emphasize that there are not as many churches that you would lead to believe in this program. Most churches will not, because they believe that you cannot serve God in government money, which is actually a violation of Scripture. Most churches do not subscribe to it at all.
I want to talk about the welfare reform. How is that starting to affect, Ms. Donohue, the situation here right now in Tucson and Pima County?
I've been told that I'm not seeing at my agency, Picture Rocks Community Center, I'm told that we are not seeing an impact on welfare reform yet because none of the food stamps have been cut, and most of the programs won't be affected until November. However, our main function is serving a hot, free lunch to income-eligible people. In the last 6 to 8 weeks, we've more than doubled. We've gone from an average of 60 to 80 meals a day to 130.
So there are going to be fewer dollars out there for your agencies.
Exactly.
Exactly. The block grant system that's coming to the states with the welfare reform is an inverted pyramid. It has a lot of money at the beginning, but each year gets less and less. At the same time, there's more and more people being displaced. And I'm really concerned that local officials, both county and city, do not realize that there's a train coming in the tunnel, and there's going to be some very major social problems and health problems that they have never imagined in the history of this county, because welfare reform is very devastating. Just like the GI Bill was very positive, the welfare reform is going to be more devastating than anything I've seen in the last 40 years that I've been in the movement.
In the final few seconds, so as far as your agencies are concerned, whatever the PCIC wants to do, that's their business.
That's their business, but they shouldn't use taxpayers' dollars to do it.
Final word?
I just think that, as Billy said, if the churches want the family development plan, let them pay for it, not the taxpayer. That supports the U.S. Constitution, and we have no problems with that.
Dr. Arnold, Billie Donohue, thank you very much for being with us.
Thank you.